Scott, the Pirates had a chance to compete last week down in Oregon at the George Fox Invitational, and great showing for Sam Pauli to earn medalist honors in a playoff. The team maybe you had hoped would do a little better overall, but talk about where this team is at now heading into what is the championship part of the schedule.
Sure. Yeah, and first off, congratulations to Sam Pauli. He's had, one of the best careers here of any Whitworth golfer in our school history, let alone, since he's been here, just been the consummate leader, both with his performance on the course and then just his work ethic and everything. And to see him grind out a win during a playoff, so he actually asked me in the fairway on the 36th hole of the tournament if he needs to birdie here, and I said yes. And then he proceeded to birdie that hole, then birdie the first playoff hole, then make 3 pars in a row, and then birdied the 5th playoff hole. So that's 3 birdies in 6 holes to win the tournament, knowing that he needed every one of those shots to win. And to be completely honest, on the 3 holes that he parred during the 5-hole playoff, he had legitimate birdie putts in each of those holes. So literally didn't miss a shot on the last 6 holes of the tournament with kind of all the chips on the table. So unbelievable effort by him. And you're correct, we didn't quite play as well as we wanted to as a team, and we were kind of nipped by this little spell on holes 4 through 8. When you look at the online scoring, we had 8 guys there, so 3 guys playing as individuals, but those 8 guys combined for 27 over par on a 5-hole stretch. If you just wipe those holes out, and you always play the shoulda, coulda, woulda game, but just make a few pars in there, and we had a really good chance to win that tournament. So the score is a little deceptive that it looks like we played a little worse than we actually did, but at the same time, golf's all about finishing, and we view that kind of as regular season, but also as a preseason in the sense that it's just preparing us for these next 3 weeks and hopefully, some golf after the conference championship as well. And for that sake, I think, the trip accomplished what we needed to in terms of just getting some more golf in. And, when we left for that tournament, there are still several courses that weren't open here in Spokane, and we're kind of getting into full swing of golf season as we go into the home stretch. So anything we've really done outside between the start of the season in February and now is bonus, even if it hasn't went well as we wanted it to. But just to be able to get those reps in on grass is always a good thing at this point of the year.
You'll get a chance to play a duel against Lewis Clark State this week in anticipation of the NWC Spring Classic coming up. So first, talk about what you hope from the match with LC State and how that will maybe help shake out what your lineup is for the important conference tournament.
Exactly, yeah. We get a chance to play Lewis and Clark State, a nationally ranked NAIA school, on our home course, the Kalispell Club, which is always a special treat. Lewis and Clark State just won their host tournament here this last weekend, and they actually had a guy, they played a 54-hole event. The medalist from LC State shot 12 under for 3 rounds, and the second place guy shot 10 under for 3 rounds. So they have a really good team, and it'll be just an excellent preparation, not only just to compete and have fun and see how we shake out against them, and we've always had great matches against them in the past with a similar talent level of team, and also just great preparation for the Spring Classic and the home stretch. And yes, those results will have an impact on who we take on the trip, combined with some previous results from that George Fox invite and some other qualifying rounds. But we're just really looking forward to that opportunity to compete this week, and then ultimately head down to Walla Walla this weekend, playing a very important match.
And that will be at Wine Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about how the Wine Valley course will help us or hurt us in the way it lays out.
Sure. So Wine Valley, it's one of the best courses in the state of Washington. In fact, they host several tournaments a year that aren't college golf events, but pro tournaments and major amateur events, sanctioned by the USGA and the Washington State Golf Association. So it's just a great tournament venue. A lot of volatility can happen there. The course can range from being played very easy with accessible pins and some big slopes and things like that to, windy and long and with some really tough pin locations. So depending on, as of right now, the weather looks to be really nice, which we're looking forward to, but there's a lot of volatility, good or bad, that can happen on that course, and it's a course that we've played at least one tournament on every year that I've been the coach here. This is my 8th year. Some of these guys, we have a very veteran team. Our lineup, for the most part, has consisted of graduate students, seniors, and a junior, mixed in a freshman here and there. And those guys have played so much tournament golf on this course, and we welcome the challenge. It'll be great competition. Our conference is absolutely loaded this year. And I would say from a depth perspective, not only the top teams, which I include us in, but the kind of the middle of the road teams are still shooting scores that, several years ago would be a win in every tournament. So it's just great to see the conference at the place where it's at, and then get to do, a major event for our conference at a great venue like Walla Walla, or in Walla Walla, Wine Valley, is just a great opportunity for us.